I told my boyfriend of years that my service dog helps with my chronic pain and anxiety attacks, but he said I should just get a smaller one instead, because apparently he thinks service dogs work like buying a purse at the mall. Posted by u/ForceAdopt1T. My boyfriend, 24M, and I, 22F, had been together for a couple years, and we have recently decided to move in together due to some financial reasons. He has met my dog multiple times and never brought this up to me before. I feel awful and I can't leave my dog behind, especially because my parents have told me they have no interest in watching over another animal. How do I fix this? Is this a bad choice? Text messages. OP, of my stuff that's packed later today. I made room for Millie's bed and toys in the living room already so she won't be too scared when we get there. OP, I'll be there around 2. Boyfriend, I have some good and bad news. OP? Boyfriend, good or bad first? OP, bad. Boyfriend, okay, so basically I really don't want Millie in my house anymore. She's just too dirty. Even after we give her baths she just sheds horribly and makes my house look bad and gross and messy. OP, why didn't you say that before? She comes over a lot. OP, I can't move without her, she's a service dog. Boyfriend, responds to the first question, okay yeah, I get that but, she's just disgusting and sheds so much. Boyfriend, responds to the comment, I mean. You can. You don't have anxiety anymore now that you take meds. OP, meds don't stop anxiety attacks, that's what my dog is for. Boyfriend, but the good news is I got a bigger bed for us. OP, more room for my dog jerk. Boyfriend, responds to a comment about meds not stopping anxiety attacks, yeah but we can get something smaller no? OP, are you joking? OP, there's no way you're serious lol. End of transcript. Additional information from OP, I want to make it also clear before I begin replying individually. I am not getting rid of my dog. Never in a million years. I'd dump hundreds of men before ever losing her because of one of them. Didn't even cross my mind. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, well, what exactly is the situation? Are you moving in together and both signing a lease? Are you equally responsible for the rental? I ask because that would make it your place just as much as his. He can choose not to want to live with a dog. That's understandable. Although I can't imagine not wanting to live with a dog, there are many people who don't. And he can decide that for himself. But if he didn't say anything ahead of time, waited for you to sign a lease together, and is now trying to dictate what you can do in the equally shared home, that's not okay. The texts come off very much like he thinks it's his sole decision. They also drastically downplay your necessity for a service animal, assuming it's a true service animal. Many people don't understand the distinction of a true service animal and an untrained ESA. Based on what you said in the text, it seems he tricked you, that you to agree to cohabitate or sign a lease, then try to dictate the terms of the living arrangement. If that's the case, please try to get out of this. He will forever try to edict the living conditions as if it's his home and not a shared equal space. However, if it's his living space, and he agreed to let you move in without any legal responsibility, then yes, he can decide. But he'd still be a jerk for telling you at the last minute. OP, yes, we would both be equally responsible for the rental. Also, I've noticed I caused some confusion by not specifying that my doggy is for both anxiety and other physical medical issues I have. I have documentation from my doctors that I have shown him to prove I truly need her for more than what he may realize. What confuses me is that there's no way he wouldn't have known before this. He could have told me long ago because we have been together for years. Everyone in these replies are really opening my eyes to this treatment, and it really hurts honestly. I didn't think he would respond this way at all. Downvoted commenter, to clarify, it still sounds like your dog is an ESA, not a service animal. Unless the dog was trained to be a service animal, it's an ESA. Documentation from doctors means nothing in the service animal world. This is irrelevant to your boyfriend being crappy, but just making sure you know. OP, she is a service dog. She's wonderfully trained and the best doggy in the world. She's gotten me help multiple times, she's trained better than my boyfriend at this point. LOL. Op clarifies on the role her dog has. My dog is a trained service animal. The only thing mentioned in these messages specifically is my anxiety. Millie helps with panic attacks along with physical disability. If you feel like you need more details about that, please message me privately. I don't want my medical info on Reddit. LOL. Commenter 2, as another service dog handler, I'd be livid if this happened to me. Livid. Service dogs are lifelines, companions, medical equipment, and our teammates in our health. If he's been with you for years, he should understand this. He sprung this on you at the last minute as a manipulation tactic. If this man had any concern for what is best for you and your health, he would welcome Millie with open arms. You guys can buy a vacuum specifically for fur, you can pay to groom Millie more often, you can get air purifiers, and there are any more options for dealing with hygiene related to dogs, but the honest truth is he doesn't want Millie there and he thinks that's most important. If you ask me, he's the disgusting one. What kind of partner does this? Does he even care about you, or does he just care about what he wants from you? Oh, and that last comment about getting a smaller one. Does he have no concept about how expensive and difficult it is to train a service dog? And how easy to use for them to wash out? What the heck? He's so self-absorbed that he can't even see that. OP, thank you so much. I haven't seen any other service dog handlers reply to this post yet. It truly spun my brain when he said these things. My dog is always by my side and he's made side comments about her fur and other things but never explicitly told me it bothered him so much. I can't believe my relationship is gonna end over this. Could have been avoided altogether. Commenter 3, I think you need to address why he thinks the dog is disgusting. Is she dirty? Does she smell? Do you take her for grooming regularly? Are her teeth taken care of? Animals who are not taken care of appropriately smell horrible, and I would never agree to live with an animal if the owner didn't properly take care of the grooming. OP, my dog is my best friend ever. I take care of her to the absolute best of my ability. On Fridays we have little spa days and I trim her nails and brush her fur. Blows my mind that he speaks about her like that. Commenter 4, on top of what a piece of garbage this guy is for all the reasons stated, I'm also struck that OP is moving in for financial reasons. I mean, OP, definitely not what I planned, trust me. I just turned 22 and I live with chronic pain that really affects my ability to work. I've lived with my parents for a while and I feel bad for it. I'm an adult and I wanted some sense of independence, but it just isn't working for me. I know how crazy it is. Update, 1 day later. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend told me my service dog can't move in with me. Update. I can't respond to every reply, so I'm hoping people will see this. I can't edit the last post. My dog, Millie, is a trained service animal. I have chronic pain due to severe nerve damage and my parents got her for me when I was a teenager. I did not pay thousands of dollars to get her trained, my parents did. The reason I even mentioned my parents looking after her was purely because I assumed some people would maybe mention it. I would not be able to navigate things without my dog. I wouldn't consider leaving her anywhere. Not only would it break my heart, but I have her for a reason. I have also seen people commenting that it's not believable that he has only met her a couple times. We do not live close together. He lives in a different state. We met in high school and he moved away soon after we began dating. He has only met her a few times because whenever we do see each other, she is beside me at all times. I've made multiple trips down with my mom to move my things. He never mentioned it to me once. I am heartbroken over this. I am young and very upset that the boy I've been with has switched on not only me, but my best friend too. I'm talking to him today and I will continue to update. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, I don't know why you're acting like this is a choice. You need to talk to him? For what? He already showed you his true colors. He's manipulative and will forever be that way. He specially waited for you to move your things down to spring this on you because he thinks you're gonna be weak enough to fold on the decision. OP, talk to him because I moved a lot of my stuff. I can't just decide not to move in when I've already made moves too. That's why this is so mind-boggling in the first place. Commenter 2, yes you can? It's stuff. You'd rather risk your dog's safety? And yours? He waited to show you his true colors until now. What is there to talk about? OP, I guess what I mean is that I've moved furniture and things I value. I want to get my stuff back, probably bring my mom with me. We have ended things since I've posted this update. I plan to make another update soon. This whole situation has really complicated things. Update 2, 3 hours later. Final update for now. I saw the replies that people were giving, mentioning that him saying those things over text was absurd, and I agree. I called and told him that I was absolutely shocked by the bad news and I physically cannot leave my dog. Nor would I consider it even if I could. He said that if we get her regularly groomed, we could work it out. I said no. I don't want to live in a home where my dog is not loved as a best friend, but just treated like an animal. She has supported me so much and I would rather dump men than ever give her up to satisfy one. My mom and I are going to pick up my things sometime this week, hopefully. I will update if necessary, but I really just want this to be over now. For people who have messaged or commented asking to see her just out of curiosity, yes. She's my baby and I love showing her off lol. Before anybody makes assumptions, I know Carolina dogs are controversial when it comes to being service dogs. Millie is not a reactive dog, she's very relaxed and supports me very well. She always has. She's very intelligent and not aggressive at all. Thank you to everyone who has helped me. I don't use Reddit very often, but I wanted to hear some outside perspective. Relevant comments. How did OP get Millie? OP, my parents got her for me when I was 19 due to severe nerve damage. I began having anxiety attacks because of the pain I was feeling, plus the lack of mobility when I was being treated, and she helps with that as well. My ex's ignorance to my pain is just the added issue. He only mentioned my anxiety in those messages. OP responds to multiple comments about her specific health issues that required her to be partnered with Millie. OP, this is just not true, you don't know my medical condition. I have hypersensitivity to pain because of nerve damage. I cannot pick up dropped items without pains, I'm at risk for falling, and she helps with emergency assistance if I need it. Medicine can't help in those ways, and chronic pain cannot always be lessened with medication either. Service animals are service animals, they are there for a reason. You are not making any good points, unfortunately. Downvoted commenter, so, he suggested the middle ground of regular grooming and you decided to crash out instead? That's why you don't ask social media for advice, they don't give good advice. OP, no, I didn't crash out at all. I simply told him that I didn't like the way he treated the situation or put aside my needs that I have made very clear before. Suggesting that I move somewhere without a dog that I need for medical reasons is already ridiculous. That's what I thought, at least.